We are here today with Todd Gross. Todd, welcome back to the show.
Hi, Mike. It's so good to see you. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited about what we're going to be talking about today. I don't know what the heck you guys are doing, but these things that you're making with this software look incredible. And I don't know how you've done it. The mouths look incredible. It's just like every time I speak with you, I really think like you're trying to put both like us out of jobs. Like
Yeah,
one
we're in
day it's going to
trouble
be
now
AI.
because I don't want to speak out of place and make this sound a little bit weird, but I actually have, it's so real that I've actually got a crush on one of the AIs that we've created, and I am not kidding. I keep saying, you've got to be a real person. You've got to be a real
It's
person.
it's weird now.
It's just not real. And that's why we call the product oh so real, because it's that much it's that convincing. And the lip sync that you're about to see is so good that a literally somebody who is hard of hearing will be able to know what the person is saying by the lips alone. I mean, that is how remarkable this is. And
That's
you'll
always been
see
the
that
hardest
just in the
part. Always the lips and the mouth and everything has always been the hardest part when it comes to these things. But from what I've seen so far on your demos, it just looks really cool. Before we jump in on the demo, what is this all about? Bring us into this.
All right, so there's a couple of things that this new UGC video stuff that we put together does. The first thing is the actual characters or avatars, or we call them personas, that you're going to see can actually hold a product in their hands like this. So if you take a picture of a product, they'll actually hold it in their hands while they are talking. So you have up to 30-second videos where they can actually talk about a product, or if you don't want to have them do an ad, you could make them literally into social media influencers, talking, speaking about whatever topic and with optional captions underneath. And you'll just see how clear it is. So it's basically a way to be a beautiful male or female social media influencer without having to be on camera yourself, because you can not only get the persona out there, but you can copy that persona so that you get the same one to say something else over and over and over again. Same exact one. And we've seen that continuity problem in the past when it comes to AI. So that's really what sets this apart. The continuity and the fact that they can hold a product if you want to do an ad with it.
And let's face it, I mean, as many videos as I can do, I'm not going to compete with someone that's scrolling on their device and a beautiful girl comes up or my mug comes up on there. Which one are you going to click? You're going to click the beautiful girl one, not me. I mean, there's an advantage there that the average normal person doesn't have. I can't be a 21-year-old sexy influencer girl. I can't do it, Todd. I'm sorry. It's
I
just
know.
not
And
gonna
as you said, I mean, in the future, our jobs are at risk here. You'll even see that I have, it also gives you the ability to clone your voice in 30 seconds, literally. And you'll see that I do a weather forecast. In fact, let's just jump in there. You've got
jump
to
in.
see.
Bring us into it. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. So I'm going to go share. And there's my screen. And tell me when you see.
We're in. We're good.
Okay. So what I was referring to with my voice is this guy right here. So what you do is you just create these people, and I'll show you that in the demo in a minute. You create them just by describing them. So I described a 60-year-old with glasses and red hair, figuring it would look something like me.
You've
Now
got
this
better
guy,
hair than him, Todd.
yeah, I have better hair than him, but you kind of get the idea here. But then I also put my voice in, and then in terms of what he says, I just typed it out. So I don't know how well you'll be able to hear this because we're on my laptop, but I'll try. Mostly sunny today, the high in the 30s, increasing clouds tonight, the low near 20, snow developing later tomorrow, the high 25 to 30, accumulations of 10 to 20 inches, likely by late tomorrow night. A winter storm warning is in effect for the tri-state region. Make sure you go home early from work or school.
That's great.
Mostly sunny today, yeah, it's
Looks
just
good.
playing again. And then, in terms of the woman that, You're competing with Mike. I have her on the right-hand side of the screen
Who's
here.
gonna? I'm not. No one's gonna click me when they've got her next to it.
With absolutely impeccable lip sync.
Now watch her lips again when she says that.
With absolutely impeccable lip sync.
You know, it's just, and again, this could be up to 30 seconds long. In this case down here, I did something for my son's birthday.
Hello, Brad. Happy birthday from all of us.
And this girl on the right, I basically described, it's funny, my girlfriend's playing pickleball.
Mhm.
She's a young girl. And she plays pickleball a lot. And I described what she looked like. And then I said, and put a pickleball court in the background because you could also select the background.
Mhm.
And then I wrote a script about pickleball. And on the right-hand side of your screen now, listen to her talk about pickleball.
Come play pickleball with me tonight.
Again, that was short because I didn't write a long script. I wanted this to
She looks
render out.
really real there. Like that one there looks even like more
Yeah,
real.
I said put the visor on too. You know, I
Yeah.
asked for that visor. And it's funny, she does look a lot like the girlfriend. And here on the left, uh, what I was trying to show with the blonde girls that she's repeatable, so that you can actually consistently have her talk about different
So you can
things.
create like an influencer profile.
Right.
Time is here to blow all other AI avatar, UGC, and advertising videos out of the water.
That's
Let me
just what
one
I've been
second, Todd. I'm gonna
playing
put the
with.
elephant in the room. There's like AI stuff. Like a lot of people are gonna watch that, and some people will know it's AI, and some people won't. Right? Some people go
Right.
like you and me. We're always looking out for it. I think you've seen so much of it that you can kind of understand what's AI and what isn't. So I think you and I would most likely be able to tell if that person is an AI or not. Um, we can see your screen, Todd, just so you know.
Yeah, I know, I know.
Oh,
I'm trying to play this one.
What if I told you you could create hyper-realistic social influencer videos that look just like real people on camera without hiring actors, setting up a studio, or even having an ounce of on-camera skills?
Yeah, I just
that
really like
that's
that one.
also from
Oh, so
that's
real,
all.
yeah.
Yeah, that's from there. Now, the thing I want to say though is like a lot of these accounts will say like it's an AI person also, and people don't care. People don't care if it's actually an AI. They just
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Y- Yeah, no, no, you should be upfront with it. It's nothing that you have to like hide or anything like that. Uh, However, it works as well. If you keep the message consistent to your niche, then it's going to still work, you know?
Love it. Love it. Looks really good.
Yeah.
Okay, show us some more.
So yeah, I want to show you how to put these together in the
Cool.
first place. So let me see if I can back up into the app and get backwards because I showed you just some of the results that I've been playing with. Create UGC video. Okay, so the first thing you do is you generate the audio. All right, and it gives you the option. I don't see the option here because I already did it. It gives you the option to upload a 30-second or so audio of yourself.
Hmm.
So I just took 30 seconds of an audio of myself. I uploaded it, and that's how I got um, my audio. The actual 30 seconds was this. I'll play that. Can you hear what I've been playing
Yeah, I can
as
hear the audio come through.
With Livecaster, your customers will be able to run pre-recorded videos as live streams to boost engagement.
So that was the actual audio file that
Hmm.
I uploaded. All right. And then from there, what it did is it mimicked my voice using that file.
Ah.
And so the first thing you do is you select a voice. Now, I'll give you a hint. My favorite voice on here is Jessica. She's just very realistic.
You spend your whole life waiting for the storm, you'll never enjoy the sunshine.
That's her on the left. So I select Jessica, and then you write a script. So we could write any script like Mike from Maine is one of my favorite internet marketers because he always tells it as it is. That's a little bit of a stretch to try to say that, but let's hope that that comes out
Okay.
right. Now what you do is you just preview it. You click preview after that. So you're basically building from the audio and then you're going to build the visual.
Okay.
Mike from Maine is one of my favorite internet marketers because he always tells it as it is.
All right, so
Good.
that's her saying Mike from Maine is great. All right. Then from there, now you have to deal with the appearance, cook up the appearance. So we pick a female because we have a female voice.
Hmm.
And then this is where it's really cool. You describe the female you want. So 35-year-old professional wearing, I don't know, what should she be wearing? Wearing a business suit. Um,
And a baseball cap.
the baseball cap.
How about that?
Okay, and then from there, you have the option of having her hold a product, which is going to take longer to render. So I'm not going to put that in
Okay.
right now. But as I said before, you could pick a product like this. You could pick a product like this. It usually would be a smaller item that they could hold in their hands.
Hmm.
We've been experimenting with a soccer ball, and that hasn't been working that well. But every time we have a coffee cup or a candle or anything like that, it works really well. So an orange would work, anything that's small. So you have them hold that in their hand. Then for the background, we want to have a busy city street in New York City. And the simpler, the better. The more you let it do its own imagining, the better it seems to be working out.
Okay.
And then you click preview persona. So
And
what
of
we did
course, you
is,
can always play around with it and try to figure out. And if it's not what you want, you can go back and change it.
oh yeah, yeah, you could change it at any time, right? So we just clicked on preview persona. So now we're going to see the person. We've already heard the person.
Hmm.
Now we're going to see what they look like, and then we'll generate the video from there, which takes a couple of minutes. It's been taking anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes.
So
So
as far as uh, today, we're going to be talking about while this is doing its thing. The limitation on I want to talk about how long the videos can be a
yeah,
little
up to
bit.
30 seconds. Assuming you get the all-inclusive package,
And there's going to be
basically
two
30
two options
seconds.
on the sales page. So there's going to be an option where you can go through a sales funnel. It's going to be a traditional you buy, then you go one by one through the upgrades, or there's going to be one where you can get like everything all together.
Yeah, I think on the original webinar, because the deal is so low, we may be highlighting that all-inclusive deal.
All inclusive. Okay,
Yeah.
nice. And that's going to give you, as far as how many videos you can create, Todd, how does that work? Because I
Okay,
know they're usually, go
it's in
ahead.
the stats that you have, but we do have an option to make everything unlimited on the inside. I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
totally unlimited, which is sets us apart from any of the big boys out there, and the big boys don't offer this yet. It's funny because there's some things that have come out in the last few weeks that are very impressive,
Hmm.
but it doesn't do what this does, doesn't create the UGC influencers. And that's why, this is just so special, is because this is actually producing the influencers with the perfect lip sync that are replicatable, from one to another. This isn't creating scenes with a crowd that you could then loop together into a video. That's not what this is for. This is for specifically doing ads or doing social media clips, such as you'd see on Instagram or TikTok, as an example. And yes, it's 30 seconds limited, but if you do have any kind of video editor, you could always lace them together, Mike,
Ah.
and you could always make them into longer videos. The videos that I do on TikTok, I try to keep down towards a minute because it actually helps how they do when you make them shorter, because they want to see you hold on as long as possible.
Look at my
Um,
baseball cap. Look at that. And they
Look,
even
she
put
is wearing the suit and she's wearing a New York baseball
they
cap
even made
because
the baseball cap match up with New York City. That's interesting.
because of New York City. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? And there's the busy city street in the background.
That's cool. That looks
Cool.
good.
Okay, so we're going to say use this, right? And then from there we have to give it a name. So it's Mike test. And the quality, we're going to, for rendering purposes, keep it at 720p right now. And then we could put captions on it. No, to do that, you just have to click this box. And then you put the captions in the bottom, top, or the middle. The bottom is generally the best. And here's something really interesting. The language. We have 30 languages that person can speak in. And in fact, you can make it up to 100 languages if you're importing your audio, I believe. So we have dozens and dozens of languages that this person could speak in.
Oh, that's neat.
We'll keep it English for now. And then you just click generate and we're done. Now that could take up to 5 minutes or so to render. I'll try, to pop back on after that's done, and take a look. But that's it. We've done the whole thing, and that's
That's
it.
really
Now,
quick, Todd. I mean, the
now
only
it's
thing you have to do is
creating
wait. You
the
wait for
video.
the rendering to happen. I mean, that's normal with any of these things. You gotta wait for it to render because it takes a lot of resources.
Yeah, so it's rendering on the left-hand side. As you see, it's already up to 6%. So we could continue to chat while it's doing that. Um, my experiment with the guy eating pizza in the middle wasn't that great because I said he should be eating the pizza, which was dumb of me because he needs to speak.
He's gonna be
So the
trying to
AI
talk.
didn't, yeah, he didn't know, they didn't know what to do with that. So they keep bringing the pizza back and forth. But as I said, when you hold an object that's small, it works out really well, which is
You
exciting.
mentioned software that's come out recently, and there was something called VO3 that just came
Yes,
out, and it's incredible. I mean, there's been tons of videos that have been coming
yes.
across my social media, and it's just doing amazing things, but with a price tag that's going to be like $250 a month for people to be able to use that type of
Well,
technology.
number one, it's expensive. Number two, it's not meant for this kind of close up. Number three, it's you can't repeat the characters like
Mhm.
this. Um, you can't just flip on the captions like this
Yeah.
as easily. I mean, it's a different animal. It's meant for video production and making movies. It's really good at that, as a matter of fact. VO3 is very nice for making movies. It's very pricey, but it's something that if they allowed you to make anything more than an 8-second clip, it would be great. It's 5-second clips on VO3, 8 seconds at most if you pay the most amount of money, and it's cost prohibitive.
Mm.
8 seconds is still short, but in the future, down the road, I think longer video clips will be coming out from technology like that. But right now, the fact that we could do 30-second clips is a big deal. And they maintain their lip sync and everything through that 30 seconds. It doesn't like fade off. The person doesn't alter, it doesn't change. It's really, really wonderful.
Talk to me a little bit. You're a smart guy, Todd. Talk to me a little bit about monetization. How can people use these to make money?
Well, there's a few ways. I mean, I personally am have monetized on TikTok through the Creator Rewards program. This would qualify for that if you put two clips together and you got to the 1 minute. You just need to be 1 minute and 1 second, or 1 minute even,
Mhm.
to qualify for the Creator Rewards program once you get in. And that's one way that you could do it. The other way is to build up a social media presence through a specific niche. All right. So let's say you have someone who's talking to me today at the dentist office about how she's really good at gardening, as an example. And she said that she would love to do social media and talk about gardening on a regular basis. That can be done with something like this
Mhm.
without being on camera yourself. Let's see how our Mike from Maine girl did. I think it's rendered now.
Mike from Maine is one of my favorite internet marketers because he always tells it as it is.
That's right.
I like it.
Mike from Maine is one of my favorite internet marketers because he always tells it as it is.
I do. I do. That looks great, Todd. I mean, this is it's fantastic, and it's simple to use. It's, I mean, it's quick. You talked about how it's going to take 5 minutes or something for the video to render. That didn't take 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was a little nervous about it taking longer, so I
You
made
want it's better
short
to it's
script.
better to say it's going to take longer and have it be shorter than say it's going to be like 15 seconds and have it take
It's
like
funny. Normally we could have, fooled folks and edited that so it
yeah,
seemed like a shorter amount of time, but we were rambling in between, so everyone could tell that that was really just
yeah,
2 minutes.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
It
really
was.
funny.
Very cool. Okay, so we've kind of touched. Is there anything else that you wanted to show in the product, Todd? I mean,
It's just so simple that there's nothing really more to show. I absolutely showed you almost every feature. I could go back and just show you some of those voices again because they're so good. Um,
One thing I forgot to mention before we jumped into the demo is that for people that want to see more of this and learn more about that bundle discount, I know you guys are doing some webinars. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're doing the webinar on Sunday night at 8 p.m. It's a
Mhm.
very popular time. A lot of folks just winding down for the weekend and haven't gotten all geared up for work yet. That is Eastern time, though. So let me just explain. 8 o'clock Eastern time is 7 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Mountain, 5 o'clock Pacific time, and of course, there's other time zones around the world as well, which are different. It's around 1 a.m. in the morning in the UK, as an example, which I know isn't perfect. It's really late in the UK, but we have another webinar where we're going to maintain the same deal in terms of the low price, okay? And that's going to be 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern time the next day, and that will be mid-afternoon for the UK and much of Europe. So it's looking pretty good there. Now, there's other places around the world like Australia, New Zealand, Asia, India, and between those two times, 8 p.m. Eastern and 10 a.m. Eastern the following day, Monday, we got everybody covered. Just about everybody will have a suitable time in there. And definitely sign up, even if you can't make those specific times, because then we'll be able to get you the replay as well.
And that's where you're going to be showing everything, stuff that you just showed me here, going more into
Oh,
detail.
much more detail, yeah.
And they'll be able to get a special, is it like the lowest price on that bundle?
Yeah, and we'll break down that all-inclusive package. We'll break it down, point by point by point for you so you know everything you're getting more specifically then as well.
Yeah,
Let me just play with some of the voices while
sure, go
we're
for it.
here. There was one mail that was really good, and I just want to find it.
Hello, this is a demo of the voice you have selected. Trust yourself. You know more than you think you do.
That's pretty good.
Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself.
The world is round, and the place which may seem like the end may also be the beginning.
That's somebody that's a reader type guy, like somebody that reads books on tape. Let's see what we got here.
Hello?
Todd,
This is the demo of the voice you have selected.
what if I wanted to do someone that was like, what if I wanted to like clone Todd Gross? Like, could I
Yeah,
do that in it?
Yeah, but don't give people ideas, Mike.
I want Todd Gross working for me for free, is what I
No,
want.
I can't believe you gave that idea.
I'm gonna get my own Todd.
You could do clips from, famous people, but you have to be careful because
Yeah.
that is now, of course, becoming a gray area
You want to
where,
get people's permission. So technically, guys, you cannot clone Todd Gross. You don't have his
yeah,
permission.
not only me, you can't clone Morgan Freeman
Yeah.
anymore, and you can't clone, Tom Cruise anymore, and any other, who would be really litigious about it is what's her name, who did the voice in Her, Scarlett Johansson.
Oh,
She'd have a fit. She's already sued over this very
I
matter.
think I saw. Yeah, I think I saw something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's becoming an area where you have to stay away from
But you could do
cloning people.
yourself, or if you had a
You could
business
do
owner that
something, you
you
could
were
do
working
a
for.
business client. So let's say you have a client that's a restaurant. He could actually have the special every day, and you can have the same character that you create
Mhm.
every day with his voice telling you a different special of the day. So yeah, you'll be able to use this for clients
That's cool.
and their social media presence. And you could use their voice.
Love it. Todd,
All
thank you
right,
so
let me get
much.
back to
Oh, go
non-sharing
ahead.
here.
Okay, you're gonna share something else?
No, I'm trying to unshare. I'm trying
Okay.
to. So if I go back down, let's see, stop share. There we go.
There
I
you go.
want
You're back.
to be
Todd,
big again.
thank you so much for sharing. I mean, I think it looks really cool. I love products like this because they're fun to play with. They're fun to use. You can use
But they
them.
do have real value. The other thing you asked me is how do you monetize it, and
Yeah.
that's with ads. So when you do, let's say, ads on the TikTok shop or for Amazon products, etc., one thing that's totally been missing from these characters in the past, from any sort of AI developed UGC, which is user generated content characters, has been the ability to show an actual product.
Mm,
Now, this isn't perfect in that they can't use the product, they can't show themselves vacuuming, they can't show themselves looking through a telescope,
mhm.
but you can hold any product you're talking about, and that makes a big difference. If you're talking about a product, showing the product is going to make a huge difference.
Yeah.
As I said, this is a perfect example, was this all packet right here. This would show up perfectly in one of these videos. And all you do is upload an image of the product that you want them to hold. That's it. And then they'll hold it the way that you want them to hold it. You know, I love that about this is that they can hold a product.
I mean, it makes perfect sense. There's videos on Amazon. If you go and search on Amazon, you look at the videos that people do on there. They'll be people that are holding the products and showing them, and kind of just even if they're just kind of holding it up there, it just kind of lets people know like this person actually has experience with that
Yeah.
product.
Yeah. If I want to do a clean, this is Scotty's. If I want to do a Scotty's, I could actually have them holding this. I would only, and in fact, you don't have to make it a PNG file with with a background that's transparent. Doesn't
Mhm.
have to be. It could have stuff around it, like white. I did this yesterday. I did a JPEG. And the JPEG files, it just took everything else out except the product. So this tissue box would be all that you would see, even if it had, a background. It just takes out the tissue box, which is great.
Very cool, Todd. You guys have definitely done it again. Is there anything else, anything that we missed, anything you wanted to mention before you pick up
Looking for more
everything
examples. This,
that's around your
yeah,
computer?
the
And
bungee cord. Here, it would do this bungee cord. I would take a
why
picture
do you
of
have
this.
a bungee cord next to your computer?
I have a dock when I'm trying to get my boat out.
Oh, okay. I guess
The
it's
problem, the
almost that
problem
time.
with the dock is there's been too much rain so that the panels in the dock will float off the dock unless I bungee cord them on. It took me like
So you
two
need
years
bungee
to get them
cords.
out.
Makes
So I
sense.
need bungee cords, so that's why they're here.
Todd, thank you again for coming on the show today. Everyone, make sure you sign up for that webinar. Again, if you're watching this before Sunday, it's at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday night. And then if you can't make that for some reason, you can also attend the 10 a.m. webinar on Monday. Todd, again, thank you so much for coming on the show, and
And
best of
just
luck with your
remember,
lunch. Huh?
this product, these characters, personas, really look oh so real.
Love
I
the
had
name.
to, I had to squeeze that in there.
Thanks again.